Hi all, in this demo we shall show the functionality of Fast Start Failover. Kindly watch the part 1 of the FSFO series before watching this demo. Now let's start by verifying our DataGuard environment for this demo. We go to Oracle AI Database, select ExaDBD service. We now select the cluster 2. We are considering the database SN-SIL. If you now see the data group resource, we have a primary and standby in maximum performance mode. Now let's enable Fast Start Failover. From a remote compute VM, we first test TNS ping to primary and standby databases. We then connect using DGMGRL from a primary service name. Show configuration shows a successful status. We now give enable Fast Start Failover. Since we are using maximum performance for this demo, you can see that it is enabled in potential data loss mode. Now let's start the observer from the remote compute VM. Create a directory to store the observer state file, that is fsfo.dat file. Start the observer in the background with NoHub. You can then monitor the log file. Connect to DGMGRL and type show observer. Here, you can see that the observer SNOB2 is observing primary and target and is the master observer. Now check the output of the command show configuration verbose. You can verify the various parameters and their default values. Set these parameters as per your requirement depending on your consideration of RTO and RPO. Then, we check the output of the command show fast start failover. This provides FSFO specific information. It also lists the user configurable FSFO failover conditions that are in effect. The real test of the configuration is a successful role transition. We'll start with automatic failover when the target is under lag limit. We monitor the observer log file. We then abort the primary database. Now observe the observer log file. The fast start threshold is set to default 30 seconds, so the observer will ping the primary and wait until this threshold limit is expired. After the fast start threshold has expired, the observer will initiate fast start failover to the standby database and will perform the failover. After the old primary is available again, the observer will reinstate the disabled standby database. Now in the observer log file, you can see that the database sn_sil_p successfully reinstated. The database mode is now read-only with apply and the role is physical standby. The old standby after failover is in read-write mode and the role as shown is primary. You can do few archive log switches and verify all details from the broker. You can monitor the transport and apply lag and also the average active apply rate. Also notice that the apply instance is the instance 2 in this case. Now let's do a test to see the scenario when the target is over the lag limit. In this case, no automatic failover will occur. We connect using DGM-GRL and verify all details. We then set the apply off so the standby database has a lag above the threshold value. We observe the observer log file. Now let's do an abort on the primary database. Now if you see the observer log, the observer waits until the threshold expires. It then verifies if the standby is ready for failover. And since there is a lag, the observer will not do any automatic failover. As seen in the log, it states Fast start failover is not possible. Once the primary is available, pings to the primary database from the observer will resume. You can monitor the data card for lags. Once the lag is below the apply lag threshold value, default being 30 seconds, the automatic failover will be possible again. Now let's see how to stop the observer. We do a show fast start failover and validate the primary and standby databases. Now type the command stop observer. If you see the output of the show observer, it states no observers. Then disable FSFO with the command disable fast start failover. Show configuration will show a warning mentioning fast start failover observer not started. Refresh and the warning will go away. That's it in this video. Thank you for watching.